white flag, white flag.
White flag. 1 lap to go. 1 lap right here.
Final thoughts here for the 70th episode of In the Marbles. And Preston, before we get into our driver of the week and forgotten racetracks, because again, we couldn't find anything for this week in NASCAR because nothing happens during the off season really except silly season stuff not worthy to make the record books and the history books of NASCAR, but maybe the archives of the internet. Got an iRacing story for you. So I started iRacing again.
Okay.
And the only thing I could really find at the time when I logged in and set everything up was a IndyCar race. Ooh. And after our conversation with Connor Daly, I figured, why not race an IndyCar race? So I raced, and where did we race? We raced Michigan. So, okay, Michigan. I'm not going to qualify. I'm just going to go out there on my P's and Q's and
start in the back.
Okay. But I think I started 13th out of 20 cars.
Ooh.
And so, okay, I'm minding my P's and Q's, and I'm finding out that you can't just run wide open. They say you can run wide open, but it's those guys who sit down there and do nothing but play iRacing the whole time that do well and can run wide open. Whereas me, I need to lift a little. I need to conserve tires.
Yeah, you don't completely know the track. No, with an Indy car, so like you can't run wide open.
With the trucks there, yeah, I do the same thing. I said I'm going to do exactly what I do with the trucks and conserve the tires and do that. Well, my internet connection was bad.
Oh, dear.
So what happens in iRacing, the cars flicker and stuff, and I thought it was somebody else. But then, of course, everybody has to chat and stuff and said, hey, the one car is flickering. And I look, I'm the one car. Like, uh-oh. Yeah, Beamer, what are you doing? Get off the track. But then when the green flag would come out, everything would be fine, run smooth. Except when it didn't.
Oh, no. So it doesn't do like in the F1 games online on the Xbox.
It doesn't kick you off.
No, on the F1 games on the Xbox, if you have like a bad connection, or if you start to kind of wreck your car will ghost.
No, it doesn't do that.
So it does not.
And my thing is I want to avoid everybody because I don't want, one, my safety rating go down. Two, I don't want to be labeled as that guy. And I just want to run a clean race. So
that could be a shirt idea one day.
So yeah.
I'm labeled as that guy.
I don't want to be labeled as that guy in iRacing. So the one car blinked in front of me. I made it up to 10th. I'm running very decent. And because once people mess up in front of you, it breaks their momentum. And you're going 230. It's like, I'm just going to pass you. Mm-hmm. So I figured that out. I'm up to 9th, 10th. And then some car blinked in front of me. My connection either went back and I got loose and went down the backstretch. And I didn't hit anything, but I got back on. I'm back there in 18th. Okay, no big deal. Now's as good a time as any to pit. I got to pit for fuel anyway. I pit. Caution, of course, comes out. I'm trapped a lap down. Whatever. But the blinking gets worse and worse. And the race finally ends. I finished 13th, right where I started. So no better, no worse. My safety rating went up and stuff. But yeah, they were pretty upset with me. Everybody was. Kind of unfortunate.
It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
You didn't wreck anybody, right?
No, I didn't wreck it.
Well, then why are they getting all upset for it then?
Because it's more of a nuisance, and there's a gentleman's agreement in iRacing if you're blinking and the connection's wrong that you abandon the race. But then I lose more iRating. I'm not going to abandon the race if I can run well.
I wouldn't want to do that too.
So I didn't race anybody once I figured out it was getting really bad. I just, whatever. I don't know what the problem was, but that was my iRacing story. First time back. I'm actually thinking about starting a league, an In the Marbles league. And that'd be a lot of fun.
That would be.
But that's a future plan. Maybe later on in 2021.
Yeah.
Maybe until you get a computer and then start iRacing too.
Yeah, I need to do that.
You really do. It's a lot of fun. You'll abandon the Xbox. Quick. Lickety split.
Oh, I probably would.
Lickety split. You would. It's so much more fun. But now we get into our favorite part of the show, our driver of the week this week in NASCAR, which is Forgotten Raceways, and give you the choice. You want me to do the driver of the week, or do you want to do our track review?
I can do the track review first. I'm kind of excited for this.
All right. What's our track or Forgotten Raceway here this week here at In the Marbles?
Our Forgotten Raceway is, and personally, in my opinion, a favorite of mine, especially from the NASCAR games in like the 2000s on the PlayStation. Nazareth Speedway.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And I tell you what, that was fun to watch and race in my PC NASCAR games.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun when I was racing on the PlayStation with this track. This was probably one of my favorite tracks. So Nazareth Speedway Auto racing facility near Nazareth in the Lehigh Valley region of Pennsylvania, which operated from 1910 to 2004.
1910.
Yeah, 1910 to
That's
2004.
before World War. That's almost as old as the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. A few years younger than it actually.
Yep. It's okay. So operated from 1910 to 2004 in two distinct course configurations. In its early years, it was a dirt twin oval layout. In 1987, it was reopened as a paved tri-oval that measured just slightly under 1 mile. The capacity, 45,000. Some former names that it was, Nazareth, of course, Pennsylvania International Speedway as well. Major events, the Firestone Indy 225, which ran from 1987 to 2004. So yes, just under a mile at 0.946 miles, 4 turns. Turn 1 in the straightaways banked at 2.7 degrees, almost virtually flat. Turns 2 and 3 were at 3 degrees, and turns 4 and 5 at 4 degrees.
Turns 4 and 5, you said?
Yeah, this thing says turns 4 and 5.
Oh.
Interesting, right?
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Well, I think it was because of the way the layout is. If I can find, I'm trying to look for an overhead view of it, because it did have different. It was like a weird dog leg set up at the front. The facility is often linked to local drivers Mario and Michael Andretti's early racing careers, also associated with Frank Schneider due to his large number of wins on the 2 dirt tracks. And unfortunately, as of November 2015, the site was purchased by Raceway Properties LLC, and there are no current plans to return racing to the facility.
They need to at least have short track racing there, because there's so much, I guess maybe just like maybe Rockingham and tracks like that, and the nostalgia of it.
And something interesting right here, it says Nazareth Speedway started as a horse racing track farther up in the center of town in the 1850s. Interesting. There's some really interesting things to some of these lost tracks.
No, it really is. And
there's the overhead of it. I mean, that looks like, yeah, I guess you could say, well, I don't know, that picture right there, of course the people on YouTube can't see it, but I mean, you have turn 1, the start finish line, turn 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know where they would get turn 5 from then.
I don't know either, but I'll add that in post on YouTube. Don't worry about it. And speaking of YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for episodes on YouTube, I apologize. I have no excuse. I just haven't gotten a chance to upload them and edit all of them yet. Anyway, I'll get to that.
So Nazareth Speedway, so like I said, one of my favorites when it came to racing on the PlayStation with the NASCAR games. Always loved Nazareth.
Yeah, a fun track, and again, one with nostalgia that I wish they would at least bring back for short track racing and put it on speedway51.com or something like that. And our driver of the week this week, since it is a Formula One heavy episode, and we've been talking really nothing but Formula One during the time here this week on our 70th episode, is Clay Regazone. Regazone. A Swiss driver born in 1939 and unfortunately died in 2006 due to an automobile accident at the age 67 in Italy, was in Formula One from 1970 to 1980 in teams such as Ferrari, BMR, which is where he met Niki Lauda for the first time. Him and Lauda were teammates. He went back to Ferrari after BMR and brought Lauda with him during that infamous 1975 season where him and James Hunt raced together for that championship. Go watch the film Rush to learn more about that. Also raced with Ensign, Shadow, and Williams. He made 132 starts in Formula One, 0 championships, but 5 wins, 28 podiums, and a career points of 209. He has 5 poles and 15 fastest laps. His first entry was in the 1970 Dutch Grand Prix, and his last entry was in the 1980 United States Grand Prix West, which I will tell you exactly where that was right now, in the Grand Prix of Long Beach. His first win came in the 1970 Italian Grand Prix, so right there in his first season came out swinging and won his first race, and his last win came in the 1979 British Grand Prix. And that is your driver to week, Clay Regazone.
Clay?
What did I say? Did I say Craig?
No. I just wanted to make sure I heard Clay Regazone.
That's right, Clay Regazone.
Interesting name. Yeah. I like the name.
But a Swiss driver who, unfortunately, like I said, died in a vehicle accident in Italy, and they couldn't determine whether a heart attack was contributing to that automobile accident. But either way, man, it's tough to car accidents are a very vicious thing, but yeah, man, that was our 70th episode, man. I can't believe it.
What a great episode.
I
thought it was good.
Very good episode, and I want to thank everybody again who tuned in to us and watched us on YouTube. And again, I'll update those as they come. But just listen to us every week, whether you're on the Unhinged Sports Network or on your regular podcast platform. We really do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm just looking forward to Daytona. I already got my camping stove. I'm gonna get a cot, and then that's it. I'm ready for Daytona, man.
It's closing fast. It's getting here upon us, and then after that, I think what will come next? I think IndyCar will start before Formula One, because Formula One got pushed back to like at the end of March, I think.
Yeah.
So I think IndyCar will be right after that. Man,
it's gonna be a
we
lot
just
of fun.
Hang in
up.
there.
We're
We're almost there, folks.
So
we're almost
close.
there.
Exactly. But Preston, you have anything else before we wrap up this show?
Nothing else.
All right, bud. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'd like to thank everybody so much for tuning in to us this weekend here in the Marbles. Make sure to follow In Marbles on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for the latest and greatest from the world of auto racing and for what's going on here in the Marbles. Make sure to go to inthemarbles.net if you want to sign up for the email newsletter for exclusive giveaways in the future. And I'd like to thank all of our partners, Stand Up to Cancer, Flag and Anthem, Fubo, and Fanatics for all they do, not only for the Unhinged Sports Network, but within the Marbles. For Preston Lute, I'm Matt Beamer. Thank you so much again for listening. Stay safe and have a good rest of your week. Hey race fans, want more In the Marbles content? Make sure to subscribe below and check out our videos over here.